Well, let's see. I am waiting for people to come into the room, into the chats, to find out how everybody is doing. Happy Friday, and cheers. Okay. Let's see, I need to have an opening theme song for all of this. That way, in the very beginning, I'm not so bored while waiting on everybody to come into the chat room. You know? Anyway, I didn't see much of my regulars react to the notice that I would be going on to the live stream this morning. But I did see a few people who have not attended the chat room yet react to it. And so I'm hoping it'll go pretty good. And with some new people added in, I do hope to see some of my old friends from here in the chat room. Let's see. So, it showed 0 people in the chat room, and then all of a sudden, bam, it showed 5. And so, it's really wiggy and weird. But I did get some information on what might have been going on with my live stream, why it was breaking up and things were going kind of negative and wumpy with the internet for a while. And we had gotten in touch with Comcast, our internet service provider, and we've amped up our internet package, as well as I have a new router that's on the way. All of this electrical equipment is just, wow, it you know, we keep finding we need more and more equipment, and it's costing us a pretty penny. It's good to see you, Mitch Mary, Patricia, some of the new ones there, Talon. It is great to be at one with you once again, the same as with most mornings. And we have a new few faces here in the room. Stephania, I believe you've been in there a time or two, you know. New Angel, I don't recall you being in the room before, but it is a pleasure. Love the hiragana. Let's see, and says Yandere. Yandere. Let's see, and what does that mean exactly? I can read the kanji or the hiragana, but I'm still learning. Some of the words are still foreign to me. I'm getting there. I am getting there. Unless you're speaking in Chinese and use the same kanji, but that wouldn't stand to reason because hiragana is synonymous with Japanese and not Chinese. Let's see, Mitch Mary, Merry meet to you. Good to see you. Mystic Mouse Campbell, good day to you. Talon says, good morning, wasn't expecting a live chat. I reserve the right to be random, spontaneous, and throw up a subject because that's who I am. And I like to have those that are scheduled twice a week. That's once in the morning on Sunday and once in the evening on Wednesday. But I still reserve the right to go bam and just throw up another one and say, hey, whenever I feel like it, because that's whenever I'm going to be a lot more I don't know, beneficial to you. You know, whenever I have a muse, whenever my instincts tell me it's time, you know. Good morning, Roth. It's good to see you. Welcome to our chat room from Austin. That is so cool. And the chat room seems a little slow this morning compared to usually, but that's all right. Anyway, as I was saying, my electrical equipment has been going really wacky. My internet service has been really down, and I think we've gotten to the bottom of that. We have new equipment on the way, amped up our internet package, so things ought to run a lot more smoother. And since we found this problem, and we believe one of them was the router, and now we bypass that, and the green light on YouTube is staying in the green rather than flowing into the orange and then even the red you know, at times, and it was going pretty bad. So I think we're on and doing a lot better. It would be a lot better for, you know, doing some, you know, little light rituals here in front of you, you know, like candle works or making talismans. Things of that nature would be quite possible with that, you know. But anyway, I got a new package in from my wholesaler. Like I said, too bad a lot of our usuals are not here this morning. You know, this was kind of a random throw up, and so a lot of them didn't know to expect this. Anyway, how are you guys doing? I mean, Patricia, Mitch, Roth, Mystic Mouse, Talon, Wing Dancer, how are y'all doing? All of you guys. Anything new going on? Enjoying your vacation with your daughter and grandchildren. I'll bet that's nice. It's good to get away and enjoy some peace away from the four walls that you are used to. I mean, I need to take another getaway here pretty quick. Seriously. Of course, fortunately, I can, you know, take my job with me. And New Angel says, wow, I didn't know that you can read katakana. Just, whoa. Okay. Yes, I can read katakana and I can read hiragana and I can read some kanji. I'm learning on that now. Watashi wa Leeanna desu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Hajime mashite. Meaning, wow, it's nice to meet you. Please favor me with your friendship. It's good talking to you. It's good to know that you're doing well. And yes, I've been studying Japanese for over 2 years now, and so I'm a pretty high-level student. Although I will not profess by any means to be fluent in the Japanese language. And let's see. The Unlikely Convert says, hey lovely, hey to you, how's it going? I hope you're doing good. And Ross says, just cleaning up some used altar items. Hey, used altar items are treasures, so don't get rid of anything. Put them somewhere, you know, where you can access them later. You will probably need them. And happy Friday, everybody. I will also be, before this show is over, doing a giveaway on one of the items that I will be pulling out of this box of goods that I will be showing you. And when Lady Leeanna does an unboxing, she doesn't just do this to show you all the cute, pretty things that she recently got. These are actually from a wholesaler, and I don't claim all of the items, you know. And it happens that I actually put in a lot of these items so that I could do drawings over the course of the year, you know, and have items to do the drawings with. You know what I'm saying? And so you're going to be seeing items here that will be given out through giveaways throughout the course of the year. Not only that, when Lady Leeanna does an unboxing, she also likes to explain all the items, what they're good for, what you can use them for, what they mean. Whenever I have the knowledge and wisdom for it, when I don't, I may reflect to people in the room to have you give a little light on the subject yourself, because Lady Leeanna might be bright and knowledgeable and a great teacher, but nobody can know everything there is in the world to do with a subject that has so many different sides to it as paganism does. I mean, there are so many different pathways and so many different things within each pathway. No one person can know everything, and so that's why we come together. That's why we say, hey, I'm Leeanna, I'm here, and I'm going to talk to you about this. What can you shine as far as the light on this particular matter goes? Is it just me, or did the energy of this full moon seem very chaotic? I don't know. I think it was very, very peaceful for me to some degree, although I will say that I had, and actually it works weird with me anyway. The night before last, I could not sleep whatsoever, nor for the 2 weeks before that, which, as we know, is the waxing moon phase, where it's growing from the smallest phase all the way up through to the largest phase. And then on the night of the full moon, bam, I get a good night's sleep, no worries whatsoever, and I feel very rested and very peaceful, as a matter of fact. So, yes, I feel pretty good today. Uh, Ready to go back to work. Oh, goodness. I guess you've been a little stagnant and feel like you're ready to get back into the bullpen with the job, huh? You love working with those animals. I thought you were going to work for that clinic, as I believe it was, a clinic where you were taking care of animals. You haven't started that yet, Helen? That's cool, Mitch. I think a lot of us were having a lot of trouble. But I think we also need to pay attention to the retrogrades. Mitch, Mystic Witch, it is good to see you. Bright blessings. And I was waiting for some of you older faces to come into the room. And by older, I don't mean old. I mean some of the regulars, that have been coming in here forever, before I start doing any going through anything or doing the drawing that I'll be conducting here in a while. But this will prove to be a good show. Yes, I think a lot of people are having trouble sleeping at various instances right now. I believe the retrogrades have a lot to do with it, although I can't tell you a lot about the planetary system, its alignment, or science in that nature, because I've never really studied that aspect of things. I've always studied so many other different subjects, and the astrology is just such a big field. I had so much that I wanted to petition myself over to, for the long haul with all of that. Anyway, it is great that you could join us here, Mystic Witch. I was a little worried some of the older guys wouldn't be able to make it in here. And that always worries me. I love the energy when we all come together and when we are all being at one. And I love the new people coming in also. Always new faces. And by the way, I don't know what you guys have done to me, but since I've started live streaming, I'm getting up to 75 to 100 friends requests on Facebook per day. And I don't know what's up with that, Yeah. And most of them are valid, but then you have all the ones that just quite simply have a crush on you and want to hit on you, or those that are wanting to sell you something, although those are rare. Generally, it is good, valid pagans that are wanting to get to know me and wanting to friend me because we're doing the live shows and they want to be a part of that and all of that. But it's just been wild. I'm getting around 75 friends requests today. So my Facebook, that was 4 days ago at 252 people, is now sitting at 430 something people, and that's just over the course of 2-3 days that it's gone to that. Anyway, it's just crazy. It's been wild. But as long as they stay in check and don't try to harass me, then we'll be all right. Anyway, does anybody would like to say anything about what they've been dealing with in the moon phase that we've been faced with? I mean, it's been the flower full moon, and a kind of a peaceful and relaxed full moon, if you ask me. I don't know what's up. I don't even go live. But I get more than 40 friend requests since I created my account last week. Yeah, what's up with that? Also be careful. I mean, really, really, people, be careful, because there are a lot of people that just want to link into whatever friends you may end up getting or have, so that they could try to sell them sunshades, okay, or dresses and gowns, or insurance, for God's sakes. I mean, there's a lot of scoundrels out there. Also, military people, or people that are supposed to be in the military, but right now they happen to be over in Syria or Serbia or Afghanistan or this, that, and the other. And generally, if you listen real close, you find that they don't speak good English. And so typically, although, you know, there's a lot of people that speak very rough English over here, there is a big scam going on Facebook to do with stuff like that. So you have to be very careful, and go through their profile before you accept, and make sure that they have friends that are acquainted with you on there, that you have mutual friends. Also, then you need to go and you need to look down their page, see if there's anything pagan on it, or if they are connected to any family members and things of that nature. And if you find two of these things to be the case, oh, and by the way, make sure they don't only have one picture and only one friend, or just girls as friends. Those are surefire signs that you can read them for who they are. Okay, so a little heads up on the Facebook thing, that could be of a help to you. Let's see. Okay, so getting started here, I want to go on into this because I don't want to bore anybody by any means. But we are going to start digging stuff out of the box. And this is an unboxing show, so this ought to be fun. Now, there may be a thing or two in here that I will go to you and ask you about, okay? When did you do this? Over the course of the full moon, Mystic? And Mitch? Let's see. Okay, first off, I want to pull out candles. No witch should be without their candle whatsoever. You've got to have candles, right? And that's cool, Mitch. Best time to do any good spell works. I mean, unless you're wanting to take things away or make things deplete or whatever, and then you might want to use the lowering of the moon, you know, the waning moon. Let's see. Anyway, want to go to the unboxing, and no witch should be without their candles by any means. And by the way, you get tired of using those big old candles and end up with what, 3/4 of it left whenever you're done or whatever. And so, you know, using the big candles aren't always a good idea. You shouldn't ever just stick with the big candles, because there is use and cause for, say, your mid-size, say 9-inch candles, your 6-inch candles, and even your little 4-inch candles. I love candles. Fee Black, how's it going? It's good to see you. Candles are always good. Yes, but in making them, we don't always have time to make our candles. So buying them can be an option. And so what I did was I got the little 4-inch candles, you know, and a good amount of them, by the way. You know, you can never have enough candles, and of different colors. Every witch should have their colors. And anybody of any pagan pathway should have various many colors, because there are many different purposes, and color symbology dictates that we should use the color choice that is symbolic of the situation that we're going into. Hey Amanda, good to see you. Angela Rainey, it's good to see you. But yeah, tea lights are really good. That's a good idea. But yes, I hate having 90% of a candle left whenever I'm done, And I don't like to use a candle that was used for one situation into many other situations, because the energy that you've got building up in that circle will bleed over and into that candle, and the candle will hold it to some degree, and that is not good. And so now you are using the energy from that one spell. You're using the energy from that one spell to go into the other, and two different spells, two different situations should never overlap. So candles, get you some of the 9 inches, get some of the 6 inches, and get some of the 4 inches. But by no means do I ever feel that you need a whole pillar candle. You know, the really, really big ones. I just don't feel that that's necessary. You know, unless you're using it as your guide candle, by the way, or your 4 directional candles, because those situations would always be your standard. You know what I mean? And you might hold energy into your guide candle or into your 4 directional candles, although I put my 4 direction candles on the outside of the circle. Okay, so those don't generally hold energy whatsoever. It's sad that you weren't alerted, Freaky. I'm glad you made it. We just started, and all we've talked about is the need to get different sizes of candles, because you have different works that take longer or shorter amounts of times, and you know, to have excess candle left over that you can't reuse unless you cleanse it and purify it, and that's hard to do with candles, by the way. So, you know, your candles, buy some in the 9, buy some in the 6, and buy some in the 4 inches. But, you know, if you're going to use pillars, only use pillars for your guide system candle or for your 4 direction candles on the outside of your circle. You know, and that's what makes sense to me. You know, because there's a lot of waste there. And you can cleanse candle wax, but you have to recondition the wax. You have to melt it down. You have to add a little consecrated salt to that, and a lot of people don't have access to that unless they make it themselves. And any good witch, shaman, druid can make their own consecrated water, or can consecrate salt for themselves for their use. Is everybody on board with me on that? And by the way, is my voice coming through clear? And is my picture doing well? Is everything smooth? Anyway, Freaky Unicorn, it's good to have you on board with us again. I was worried you weren't going to make it. And by the way, for those of you who don't think that I pay attention to who all's in the room or not, right now we are missing Yamanu. We are missing Cindy Lou Who. I mean, we're missing quite a few others, you know, that I always know when they're here or not. What about the 7 days candles in glasses? I don't like the glass jarring candles because you can't, thank you, Manda. It's great to hear from you on that. And Patricia, thank you for the feedback. The 7 day, the jar candles, I really don't like those because you can't condition them. You can't engrave them or put your names and birthdays on it with a ballpoint pen or your athame to engrave it perfectly. You know, unless you're using a magic marker on the jar, and that just to me don't resonate right. You know, it don't feel good to me. So I would go a completely different way if I were you. And thank you. I'm glad the video is doing good. Let's see, and I appreciate the feedback on that. But yes, the glass jars, you just cannot do with them what you need to do. Use the candles that are wax, because you can work with wax. You can meld it. You can put your name and birth date on the side of it and your cause. I actually write scroll work all the way down, up and down, and all around a 9-inch pillar candle. Okay, and I put my name and birthdays on 6-inch candles, and I can put a slide of a piece of paper with a prayer on it under a 4-inch candle. I mean, I can work with that. But your glass jar candles, I really stay away from that. Not to mention, I order a lot of my stuff online, and those things are going to cost me a lot in shipping and handling. So I'm like, I'm not going to do that. You know, not to mention the glass in the jar has a lot of lead in it, a lot of times. And so it can acquire a lot of energy from different people while it's sitting in the store. And when you get those 7-day jar candles, before you can use them, you need to do a cleansing and purification on them. And this is really, really good information to have. As a matter of fact, before you start using anything that you've bought and you haven't worked with yet, you need to do a cleansing and a purification on it before you go into using it. And then you need to introduce it into your altar properly so that your other tools will know it, and so it will feel synonymous with the other tools. Does that make sense to you guys? I just like to cleanse my candles with white sage and charge them in a small circle of clear quartz. That's a good idea, and thank you for that. That is good advice for people on how to cleanse your candles. Me, I take a bowl of self-created holy water with my salt that I purify myself, and I purify the holy water with it, or the water to make it holy water with it, and then I kind of bathe my candles or anything I'm going to take into my altar. So there's another idea. Mystic Witch says I use a lot of 7-day candles, but only for deity offerings only. And that's the good point. Okay, maybe I wasn't too clear on that, but it's hard on an unscheduled, unscripted show to catch every point. I'm glad that's why I have you guys there. 7-day candles will be good for deities, calling guardian angels, calling spirits of various sorts for helping with certain deeds. And so yeah, you can do that. You can use your 7-day jars for spirit and deity. Let's see. So that's a good point, and thank you for that, Mystic Witch. I appreciate it. Crystal Witch, good to see you. We've got a lot of energy coming up in here, and so you're in the right place. And so we'll be floating up out of here whenever it's time. Let's see. If Black agrees with me on what I've said and with other people as far as cleansing and purification of your stuff goes, this full moon gave a lot of energy. Wow, I am amped, I'm telling you. And it's a good time to do your spellcrafts right now, but I wouldn't do it past today because the moon is really going to start diving really quick. Let's see, and Talon says my ex and my former chew toy, basically boyfriend, I believe, would gripe whenever I would burn sage. They both said it smelled like cannabis. You know, and I've heard other people say this too, and I don't know where they get that, because white sage to me it by no means smells like cannabis. Now, mugwort, Merlin, and my mix of astral projecting herbs mixed together whenever burnt in the air would smell like weed, okay? But, you know, I don't know what to tell those people, you know, but it makes it very complicated. There are other cleansers and purifiers you can get that have a peppery smell to it, like patchouli is a very, very pleasant smell to cleanse and purify the air with. However, I would say that cedar would be a better cleanser and purifier. There are a lot of them. Use your best judgment. Alright, next thing out of the box, and I have a lot of items here, so this is going to take a while, and then we're going to have the drawing where one of the items in this box is going to go to one of you guys. All you've got to do is right after the show, and I mean after the show, underneath the video, because the text does not stay here on the side after you all leave, and so I won't have a chance to write it all down. But on the video, when this is over with, you would come back and hit the like button if you like the show. And underneath the video, tell me that you want to be included in the drawing, and then I can put your name in a hat. Anyway, I got a new pentagram altar cloth. And this isn't going to be for my altar, but it's going to go on the wall that you see right behind me. What do you think about that one? And the number 3 is very synonymous with me. The number 3 is very synonymous with me, and it has 3 pentagrams on it. So I like my altar cloth, and it's going to go on the wall right behind me. The number 3 is synonymous with past, present, and future. Mother, father, and child. The trinity of everything. Okay, the number 3 is very, very important. And so I got it with the number 3 in it, the pentagrams. And then the sigil that I use that is not my own personal sigil that I resonate with is the pentagram. So I got it with the pentagrams on it. And by the way, you can get the same thing, and you could use it reversely if you practice dark witchcraft. Let's see. Speaking of white sage, I got myself plenty of white sage. Good morning, Angie S. I'm glad that you can make it. I was worried that I didn't have a lot of you guys with me for the morning, and we're really just kicking off. So you're just on time. We covered candles and said that you should have 9-inch candles, 6-inch candles. You should have 4-inch candles or votives to work with of various colors, shapes, and sizes. That way you have the stuff that you need, you know, without having a lot of excess candles that you can get rid of or have to go in and cleanse. But yes, a lot of white sage, and I always love opening a box with a new order in it, everybody. I mean, because it always just smells so freaking awesome. And it floods my house with the scent of the oils and the herbs and the incense as soon as I open the box. Unfortunately, I didn't get a lot of incense or oils with this, so the smell is minimum, but man, these white sage are kicking, you know. And one of them is more finer ground than the other. And that is because with the larger one, I like to simply take them out of the package and light them as they are and sage over my altar without using any charcoal disc, which would be really bad on my asthma. And so if you can't burn a lot of stuff, it's better to burn the raw herb straight up with no carrier, you know, or nothing to keep it lit, and it will go out as it needs to, you know, after it's already saged over your altar, and you can relight it as many times as you need to. Let's see, I feel the need to use sage above my head and on the back of my neck whenever I go out. I always get an electrical tingling down my arms and at the top of my head. Do you know why that is? Because sage empowers you. Because it seems to be your herb. It resonates with you and it makes you feel good about yourself. Thank you, New Angel. Let's see. I picked my own white sage, says Angela Rainey. When you can get it fresh and new, hell yeah, that is some good stuff. Let's see. So white sage, and plenty of it. You cannot go wrong with white sage. Now we have a goddess pendant. You know, the spiral goddess pendants. You know, I like to keep plenty of different sigils around for my shelves. I sell those to people, or I give them out to people in giveaways. I'm just really kicking that off to a degree, you know, the giveaway thing. But it's the spiral goddess, and maybe y'all can't see that. Do y'all see these things through the plastic bag very well at all? I'll take them out. The spiral goddess pendants, you know, and a lot of witches feel synonymous with that. A lot of Wiccans feel synonymous with that. And so I like those. I don't wear the spiral goddess myself, so to speak. You know, but it doesn't mean that I wouldn't, because I just haven't. You know, I guess I just stick with whatever calls to me first. as far as pendants go. A Celtic knot bracelet. And it's a regular bracelet that is adjustable. And Celtic knot work is said to have no beginning and no end, typically, wherever it's in a band or whenever you're just looking at the knot work itself. So it's the eternal, it's the all. The spiral goddess is Gaia, she believes, says Mystic Witch. Thank you for subscribing, Barbara. It's good to have you with us. Let's see. And yeah, I got these cute little emoticons that jump up now that tell me what's going on, you know. Let's see. We have the Triquetra. The Triquetra started really showing itself to the public with the Charm TV series. However, it comes way before that. It's Celtic knot work, also signifying no beginning and no end. Likewise, it has the number 3 in it with the 3 points, which are past, present, and future, life, death, rebirth. The cycles of life, birth, life, death, actually, and then rebirth starts it over again. But the Triquetra pendant, some of these are very small, but some people like very dainty stuff. It's just harder for me to show it in the video. And I guess I should move faster when showing these because I don't want to take up all of you guys' day. You know, I just enjoy doing this so much. And a little desktop cauldron. Now, by the way, this one is made out of poly resin. And it has my pentagram on it that I use. This one would be introduced to my altar. I did get this one for my altar. And so, poly resin, not as a burn pen like my large one that sits beside my altar goes, but it's one more for a libation dish. Remember, on one of my shows I showed where I was kind of down because I broke my libation dish. And it wasn't a permanent libation dish, but it mattered to me. Okay? This one is really good size. Look at it in connection with the size of my hand. Okay? It's a pretty good size. And it's perfect. Oh, Myra, good to see you. Always lovely to have you, Myra. I missed you. But yes, having a cauldron for a libation dish that is poly resin. Why poly resin? Because there are certain tools on my altar that is meant to hold power and certain tools that are not. And if it is not something that is meant to hold power because you don't want to prevent your energy that you're creating from going to its destined place. So you might want to, you know, be careful with that and choose wisely what should have metal in it and what should not. And I have a video on that, by the way. I made mine out of clay and painted it until I can get one. Hey, I mean, making your own, I cannot specify enough how powerful a tool is when you make your own. And some may prefer that their libation dish hold power. And so, if you're making it out of clay, there's a perfect opportunity to set into it some power. You know, with stones. Ronanide, Merry Meat, how are you doing? Let's see. Now, these are really cool. And I got them to introduce into my altar likewise. As you notice, some of the stuff I got for introducing into my altar. And some of it I got to get for giveaways. Some of it I got for my store shelf for when people come through and I tell them, you know, about something that is needed or it works hand in hand with their reading or on and on. But these you're going to find to be really freaking cool. They are pyramids. Alright? Pyramid stones cut. And as you see, they are shaped as pyramids. They're not just called pyramid stones. Uh-oh. Let's see. But they are pyramids. Now, I'm going to explain these to you. These are to actually introduce into my own altar, along with this new cauldron. So whenever I do an update on Lady Leeanna's private personal altar room, then you're going to see some of this stuff on it. And so that's neat that you're catching the show on it, where I'm bringing it into my house. All right, here we have a hematite pyramid. That is going to sit in dead center of my altar, because the hematite is known to draw things to itself, and it can be any kind of energy that it would draw to itself, but it would work with whatever stones, whatever crystals, whatever herbs, and whatever my spell work determines is needed at that particular point. So it's going to go dead set in the center of my altar. And then I've got stones, a stone that will sit in the center of my pentagram altar plaque, because the wood doesn't hold as much power as what I would like. I like a lot of power and energy in my altar. And so I'm going to set my personal stone into it, which is the tiger's eye. And it'll go directly in the center of my pentagram. And it will draw that power into my temple from the north direction, along with my pentagram plaque. So tiger's eye stone in the center of my pentagram plaque, and you should choose in your symbol plaque, and it doesn't have to be a pentagram, it would go with whatever your religion is or what resonates with you. And so you would be inclined to choose a stone that is right for you, because the tiger's eye isn't for everyone. Alright, so the pentagram plaque, which sits in the north, but I still have a stone that goes to the north and not connected with any tool. And this is aventurine. Aventurine is known to draw money, to draw good health, is to help you to accomplish goals within education. And by the way, if the camera is jolting, it's because there's a train going by and I see my camera stand moving. I'm sorry about that. Please be patient. It takes just a minute or two. But aventurine draws money, draws healing, is good at growth and prosperity within business, and within realms of education, can help you reach your goals. Aventurine goes into the north, by the way, and not connected with another tool. Alright, and I have the south. This is called gold pyrite, I believe it was. Hold on. And I didn't know, I've never heard of the stone before, but it resonated with me whenever I saw it so bad that I had to get it. And let's see, goldstone. It's called goldstone, okay? But I think it is gold pyrite, like I said. You know, fool's gold is what they used to call it. But goldstone, and it is red in color for whatever purpose. It's just what it is. And so I will implement that into the south because it's so fiery. And it will implement that south direction into my altar on the south side. So I love this stone, and I've never seen anything like it. Let's see, and Mystic Witch says you should always have hematite with moldavite or amethyst, because hematite can draw in a lot of amazing energies, but it will ground you like crazy. And I have what you said. Amethyst right here. So yes, I'm a step ahead of you on that, my girl. Let's see, Angie says we have a train that runs right behind our bedroom, and it's like, yeah, I know the feeling. We live and work here, and so yes, we have that all the time. We're being rattled from our bed all the time. Yes, but fool's gold is what Ronan says, and it's red in this particular stone, and it's called goldstone, and it will go on my south side of my altar, and it will fill that position. Also, now I have for the west side, west is usually blue with me, and it's the color that's symbolic of that side. But I got amethyst to help ground out the hematite a bit. And by the way, it is a stone of love and will help draw in that love that is needed. So amethyst for my west side of my altar and to act on my behalf. And it resonated with me right. So, so I love this. I mean, the amethyst, it'll draw in love and it'll draw energy from many, many different things. But peace, prosperity, subconscious depth and thought, dreams, psychic energy. But what I really love for psychic energy is the stone that I would put inside of my east side, which is clear quartz, and would be totally opposite side of the altar from my amethyst. Okay, and clear quartz draws in energy, it helps for clarity, concentration, and communication with the God system, as well as with others. And so clear quartz on the east side of my altar, where generally a yellow stone would be needed. So I went a little different on my east and west sides of my altar there to implement ideas more than color symbology, because I felt that it was important in this particular case, although it was color symbology oriented as well as for the reasonings behind those colors. Let's see. And so those are my pyramids that I got and will be used in certain places around my altar. And pyramids are always good because the pyramid's apex is pointing up at the God system and funneling down into the earth or whoever has need of it on the base. And that's why we use pyramids so much, as they're a drawer of power. Also, likewise, they have 4 sides. Numerologically speaking, the number 4 represents stability. The base of the pentagram is square, and in shape symbology, the square represents foundationalism, and so to keep foundational. But the pyramid itself represents the funneling of energy from above to below. Okay, holding the cauldron up again. Let's see. And it's made out of poly resin. Why? Because I do not want right on my altar a metal cauldron that would hold all my power back from where I intend to send it to. Mary at Sea, welcome to the room. It's a sign for me. I live in the east now, but I'm a Pisces. Amethyst, I need some of that. It makes sense. With astrology, to rule love, Venus, Pisces exalted. And that's why I put it in the west side, is because west is your direction of love, of depth, of subconscious depth. And it's always good. But yes, I love this cauldron. It really is neat. Let's see. Okay, now I have to show you. Wow, so many good things, huh? Just, I love new things. Especially when some of it may be given away over the course of the year. And that's why I got a lot of it. Oh yeah. Well, I showed you the sage, rosemary. Rosemary is one of those cleansing agents, and I mentioned alternates for sage before because people were saying their roommates didn't like it, said that it smelled like weed or whatever. Well, rosemary, you can't beat it as a cleanser either. And as a matter of fact, I use this to make my holy water with before I strain off the holy water, if I do, for whatever that cause is. So rosemary is really, really good for cleansing and purifying. You can use this in your Zen bags. You can use it around your altar when you're getting ready to do your juju. You know, Zen bags and juju. What am I in Zimbabwe? Anyway, rosemary. Always good, always good. For my own personal use, whenever I do a working, I like to mark that working. And pins don't work on a lot of items in spiritual stuff. You can use rosemary for saging also, for smudging your circle. That is true, Angie. That's for sure. And Ronan says, I grow rosemary in my garden. I did last year, or not last year, but the year before. But then I got sick after that, so I didn't garden. But next, I got a cookie stamp, which is made out of metal. And I can actually make talismans out of clay or dough, and I can stamp it with this. Or I can put candle wax on my magical workings, on talismans and things of that nature, and Zanzan bags. I can pour the wax on it, and then I can stamp it once it's partially dried, and it will be leaving my seal or my symbol on it. Generally, I use a Tree of Life cookie stamp, I guess if you want to call it that, or wax stamp is what it is. Letter seal. The old letter seals is what they are. This is a cookie stamp sold by my wholesaler out there, but the wax seal stamps is what I have. I have a peace sign. I have a Tree of Life. I have a skull and crossbones one. And what did I leave out on? Oh, and a musical note. And those are the 4 that I've been using on different various rituals that I would do for people. The musical note would represent creativity, artisticness, artistic talents. Your skull and crossbones would be warnings and protections. Your Tree of Life would be growth and education. And what did I leave out? Let's see. Also money, the Tree of Life. And I left something out. Oh, peace sign would be peace and tranquility, love, and things that go along that. Now I've added power, spirituality, focus, accomplishment of goals, and staving off rivals with your pentagram. And that's what this adds to my cookie dough stamp collection or letter wax seal collection. And I have both. Use both. You can even take your amulet that you would wear. Okay? Take the string or chain off of it and use that as a stamp into whatever cookies that you're making or whatever clay you're using to form a talisman or as a stamp for your wax. But remember, you'll have to clean it off each time. I like working with all of that too, freaking. It makes me feel really good, and it's my way of getting my hands into the earth, you know. And also, it's something that will carry with me for a long time after that. Okay, and so that was my little stamp. And I'm going to not try to put these in the bag while I'm talking to you guys because there's so much to cover here. Alright, let's see. Next we have Thor's hammer. Who all here can tell me about the Thor's hammer or the story that would go along with that? I'm sure a lot of people would like to know, but I'm not well known for your Norse religions. And so any information that you guys have on that, please type it now into the text box to share with other people. You know, the Thor's hammer. And that is either during the show or after the show, people watching the video. Any information that you can give is special to somebody here. And Thor's hammer. And that will probably be one of my giveaways over the course of the year. The triple moon. The triple moon. I hope you guys can see that good. I'll hold it like this. And it's representative of Athena, or of Diana, or Bridget. It is a very powerful talisman to those. Also synonymous with past, present, future, and things of that nature. Any information that you can give likewise on any of this, whether during the show or after the show, is appreciated. Okay? Now we have Bridget's Cross. If any of you have any information about Bridget's Cross, it would be appreciated. Because there's a lot of people out here who would like to know about Bridget and her symbols, especially since we have a religious holiday that is very synonymous with her. St. Bridget's Day, for those of you who do not know. And I do suggest that you seek the information out on the net, and I would go into a lot of it, but I don't have time to cover everything here. It is a pretty cool triple moon, isn't it, freaky? I like it too. Let's see. Thor's hammer is for strength. Definitely for strength of the Norse religion, but it's also got other aspects to it, like in passing or crossing, like if someone dies, cutting ties to the earth, etc. I don't really know everything to do with that, but like I said, anybody that does have knowledge of that, please by all means do incorporate that in text. Let's see. We have the peace symbol, love and peace. Encouragement for people to end the war, Vietnam, so to speak. Okay, the peace symbol is a lot to me. It's always been a sign for me, one of my strongest sigils. I don't generally use it in circle, but I don't mind wearing them around, that's for sure. So the peace sign. Hecate is synonymous with the triple moon, says Mystic Witch. And that is true. Very true. Let's see. Alright. The triquetra, I've already covered that. Thor's hammer. The triple moon, Bridget's cross, and all of the other. The Egyptian Ankh. I guess I'll take this out of the bag so that you can actually see it. Jupiter is why it's related to Thor's day, Thursday, and Jupiter, because Jupiter is the expansion of little bits. So, like Mercury, Gemini, student to Jupiter or elder. So that's cool to know. Anything else that you can give on that is appreciated. That is also why it rules death and leaving Earth, because we are ascending, expanding right off of Earth, out of our meat bags, so to speak. And that's true. That's very true. We're expanding. We're expanding. And we're not just limited to what you see, to what a person sees in us. We are universal, and we expand right out of our meat bags. Let's see. The Ankh. The Egyptian Ankh. Okay? I like the Egyptian Ankh. It's very little and dainty, though. And I need to really start paying attention whenever I put in that order. You know, and you would think that as long as I ran my store of religious goods, spiritual goods, I would have learned to look at the numbers of things, the sizes, etc. But I guess I haven't. But, I mean, I haven't ordered from them in over a year and a half actually, because I was sick and down, you know, and quit doing work for a while. But, you know, I guess it's a reminder and another lesson for me. But the Egyptian Ankh is something that's kind of special to a lot of us here, although it may not be our mothering symbol. So if you have any information on the Ankh, then by all means put that in the text box as well. Let's see. Ooh, here is a special piece. The triple moon with black onyx center. And this is the triple moon that a lot of people are used to seeing. And I hope you can see this. It's so little. I'm going to lay it in my palm. And you can look at it that way. But it's a triple moon with a black onyx in the center. The black onyx is for drawing power and might. And it's also a symbol of Akasha, this particular amulet, in the way that it is black onyx in the center. And it's the phases of the moon. When you see a triple moon talisman like that, it's symbolic of the phases of the moon. And triple moon, well, it's not going to fit all 12 astral ideas of the moon, you know, or phases, but they tried to incorporate it as good as they can into 3. Let's see. Here is one that I really like. This was a very, very nice piece. I love it. Those of you who are into dragons, and I'm sure there are a few in here that love the dragon, but it's a dragon with clear quartz. I hope you guys can see this stuff good. I love the dragon. It's a sign of protection, to bring peace. And here, with incorporated into the crystal quartz, it's for drawing the power that's needed to accomplish strong goals. And it's for protection. You know, to draw empowerment in the lightest ways. Let's see. So, your dragon, for those draconic witches out there, or Wiccans, you know, let's see. And then we have the yin yang. Oh, string. Then we have the yin yang. I love the yin yang, which is the balance of the masculine and feminine, and incorporates each into each other with the little dots that are into the opposite side. I had to look at it and make sure this one had it on there. But it incorporates the light into the black, or the black and into the white, signifying that for everything positive, there's a hint of negative, and for vice versa. You know, and for everything masculine, there's a hint of feminine, and everything feminine, there's a hint of masculinity. But it incorporates a balance. And this is very synonymous with couples, husbands, wives, boyfriend, girlfriend, girlfriend and girlfriend, boyfriend and boyfriend, that are following a same pathway together, and want to wear a balance around their neck. And sometimes you can find these where the colors are flipped or opposite, or happen to, and one wears one side and one wears the other, but when you bring them in together, they fit perfectly. I love the yin yang, a symbol brought in from China, I believe. Was it China? Anyway, if any of you know, then by all means do clue me in. On that one, it eludes me right there. Okay, let's see. Alright, and we have another Ankh, which has hieroglyphics on it. And I wish Yamanu would have been here, because I was hoping that he would be a part of this, especially since there are some Egyptian necklaces and pendants in here. But this one has the Egyptian hieroglyphics up and down it. And I don't know what they all mean, but it is a quite nice piece. Most of these, by the way, are made out of sterling silver, and what isn't sterling silver would be made out of pewter. Like the Spiral Goddess, I believe that's pewter, but all of these other pieces are made out of sterling silver. But the Egyptian hieroglyphic Ankh there, I love that. I think it's just awesome. And, you know, if somebody doesn't buy that off the store, or if I don't give it in a giveaway, then I wouldn't mind snapping that sucker up myself. You know what I mean? Anyway. Alright, let's see. What do we have now? Oh, goodness. Well, we have more triquetras. This is in post earrings. I'm not gonna, I guess I am. Take these out of the bag. But triquetra earrings, ordered separate from the little necklace thing. But the triquetra, like I said, is of the Celtic knotwork, meaning no beginning and no end. Also the points of three, which is the Holy Trinity, or past, present, and future, mother, father, and child, etc. Life, birth, life, death, and rebirth. The cycles of life is very much represented within the triquetra. And so I'm going to try to move through these a little bit quicker so we can get to our drawing. Let's see. We have the fairy riding a magical bubble. And this is a necklace, by the way. And a rather large one. Actually, it's about 1.5 inches long. And it's a fairy on a bubble orb, which is magical in itself and of the Fae. If you don't know a lot about the Fae, we'll be having a show on that eventually and try to cover what we can there. Somebody actually requested that some time ago. Are you guys still there, or did I lose you? I don't see a lot of texting, and so I'm afraid that I've lost you guys. I hope not. Otherwise, I'm doing this for myself. Another Thor's hammer. This one incorporated into it is Celtic knotwork. If you guys are typing, then this text box isn't working. I think when people thumbs up the video, it can get out there more for others to see. Someone told me that in a chat room. And it's probably true, but we do what we can, right? Let's see. Mitch says, I love that. And I'm not sure which piece she's talking about. Patricia says, I'm still here, and we're here. Everybody just got quiet. Anyway, here is Thor's hammer again with the Celtic knotwork. And anybody that has contributions to what that means, that's good. But don't forget to go in behind the video and contribute underneath the video itself in the description bar for all of the people watching, you know, so that they can get something out of that too. I do not mind sharing energy. A dragon claw with orb. Look at this. And mind you, a lot of these goods are to be given in giveaways over the course of the year ahead, by the way. So a lot of these are going to be put out there for you guys. Yes, that's right. Mother Maiden and Crone Mystic Witch says, and to do with the triple moons and the 3 moon phases, etc. But yes, Dragon Claw with orb, you know, I love this one. Very, very powerful and would hold a lot of energy there. You know? And by the way, if whenever you win in this drawing, you want me to cleanse and purify it and put energy into it myself, then I will do that for you. You just have to let me know upon winning the item. Okay, in the drawing. And I would be doing a show in 1 week from now on who won that drawing. Let's see. But this is to let you know what is in it, and for you to tell, to let me know that you want to be a part of it. Here's a Celtic cross with a pentagram in the direct middle. And this one would be synonymous with a lot of people like me. I keep hearing something. Maybe it's my imagination. Maybe it's something telling me I need to keep this cross. But, you know, whenever I evoke a symbol over whatever working I'm doing, I go with the cross, and a lot of times first, and then I go with the pentagram over that. And so I'm very synonymous with the cross and pentagram combination. And so if this isn't mine and I end up giving it away, then I will get me one in the near future of the same. But Celtic cross with Celtic knotwork all over it, by the way. And I don't know if you saw that or not. And then the pentagram in the devout center, as well as a circle, which means eternity. I love that. I love that piece. That is so nice. And we have the Tree of Life earrings. And I'm not going to take these out of the package. Tree of Life earrings with the tiger's eye stone in it. Amanda says keep it. She must be feeling something about it being to do with me or whatever. Let's see. But the Tree of Life earrings with tiger's eye top. You know, it's a dangle. I will take that out. It's so pretty, I've got to show it. They're dangle earrings, and they're the Tree of Life, but they have tiger's eye tops, or middles. So, I love those. These, if I don't keep them, I will be ending up giving them away. Or if I don't end up giving them away, I'll be getting a pair of my own, actually. Most of this stuff I got for giveaways and things of that nature. But I'm seeing some pieces I like. Okay, but the Tree of Life. The Tree of Life, again, represents money and finances, growth within yourself, and education. Represents the root of family and love. All of the above. Let's see. And if you have anything that you can add to that, by all means do so. Here we have the I Ching coin, dragon, and dove talismans. And people actually loop these through ropes and wear them as necklaces, and they can even use these as discs on their altar and as a symbol in front of one of their Japanese, Chinese, or deities from that region. So I love the I Ching coins. Generally they are Chinese though. Let's see. Getting to the bottom here. Uh-oh, guys. Looks like we have run out of goodies to show. Alright, so let's do that drawing, and let's go ahead and announce the winner too, shall we? So let's do that. And first off, let's see. What do you guys think that, aside of this cloth which I got for me, this bowl that I got for me, and let's see, the cookie stamp that I got for me, which one, and the pyramids which I got for me, out of all the other items that you saw, jewelry is generally what we're left with, what would you like to see given away today as a drawing, first and foremost? What would you like to see me do a giveaway on? You don't have to do nothing, Mary. We're going to do it right now. Let's see. Well, Amanda insists that the cross be for me. So, I'm going to listen to her advice on that. Because sometimes when I don't get a feeling for something, and I did, really, didn't I? I really did. Okay, so, on Amanda's orders of love, of course, I am going to keep the Celtic cross. Oh well, I don't have to find it. I know what it looks like. Okay. Now, like I said, Ronan, the cauldron is for my own altar. The 4-inch candles are for my own altar. The pyramids are for my own altar. And the altar cloth is for my own altar. But generally, it's the jewelry that I got to be drawn from. And I found the cross in my own lap. Would you believe that, Amanda? It was in my own lap, and here I am digging through this piles of jewelry to locate it. You know what I'm saying? But I found it in my lap. So you're right. This cross with the pentagram in it is definitely mine. Let's see. Alright, I'm going to go to the boards and see what you guys are saying here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take you guys' name. I'm going to take you guys' name. And I'm going to write it down, and I'm going to put it in the cauldron, and I'm going to let you choose from the choosable items what it is that you want out of this pot. And it cannot be the candles, the sage, the cauldron, the pentagram cross, or the altar top, but it could be anything else. Okay? And I'm going to let you choose for yourself. Alright? So, alright, I want everybody else to quit saying anything else whatsoever, except to say me. Type down the word me. Alright? And I'm going to start writing this down, and I'm going to let the winner, I'm going to keep that cross. I'm going to keep that cross. Okay, nobody type anything else. Just say the word me if you want to be in this. Mitch Mary. You've got to say me. I think Manda is saying me on that. Don't tell me what it is you want. Just say me. Let's see. Mitch, Manda. I'm trying to keep up with you guys. Angela. Freaky. Let's see, Freaky. Where was Freaky? I gotta go up. Freaky. Patricia Ronan. Patricia Ronan. Angie S. I gotta include that S on there this time because we have Angela. Mary. Okay, me sure, please. I love that. Mary is sweet. I think Mary has got to have a heart of gold. Mary at sea. Also very knowledgeable person, I rate. Probably up there in age, probably about my age or something. I could be wrong. But I think a very knowledgeable person, an old soul at least. Let's see, Mary, Mystic Witch. See, it's meant to be yours. Mystic Witch. Okay, there you go. You're in. Mystic Witch. Mary, Mystic Witch. Fee Black. And I'm going to do this right after, so none of you guys go anywhere. I've got to separate the names with pencil or something. Mary at Sea. I think I got you. Yes, I do. Mary at Sea. Mystic Witch. I got you already. And Talon. Talon Wing Dancer. Oh. Me too, please. So Talon. Okay. And Omira. Did I get Mitch? I got her. Talon was the last one. Let's see, Omira. Let's see, Freaky Unicorn. Freaky. Let's see. Wow, quite a few. Did I get Ronan already? Yes, I did. Patricia. Pat, I've already got you. Quit repeating, people. You're killing me. Mary, I got you already. You're awesome too, really. Just one for me. I did twice. Oops. See, you guys are killing me and you're admitting it. Right. Let's see. Roth. Sherry Buskirk. One that lingers in the backdrop and never says anything. Okay, Sherry. I got you, girl. Sherry. 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 Probably blonde haired. Freaky. Oh, man, you're killing me, man. Quit it. Mitch. 2, 3. Ugh. Mystic Witch. LOL. Okay. Is there anybody who has not put their name in there? And if you put it again, I'm going to kill you. I mean, seriously, I'm going to kill you. I've got to get the scissors, okay? Hang tight. Hang tight. Okay. Last in. I mean, if you ain't in now, then you ain't gonna be in. Love you guys, and I like doing this because it makes me feel good. I'm getting to give somebody a present, you know? Now, mind you, everyone, even if you are not the one to win this, you have my undying love and my complete devotion on this show. Let's see. I'm double checking. Mendo. Okay. I was double checking for you, making sure I had you because I don't want to leave nobody out. There is a lot more people added into this drawing than on any of the other drawings I've ever had, and this is on the spot drawings, you know? Kind of different. But yeah, it's the most people ever on a drawing that I've had, and I only had 2. One is still going and we don't know the results of it and won't know until Saturday, and the other one, the person I chose out of the only 4 that opted to be in it, they never picked up their item. They never let me know where they were so I could send it. I think people do that. They get scared of giving me their address or something, which, by the way, your address is only between me and you. Nobody else knows it. I know how that shit is. Nobody would ever want to have their address or their name put out there. And I don't believe in doing that. I don't do it to my clients that walk in here in my shop for regular readings. Let's see. So, all your names are going into the bowl, to the bowl. Hopefully it'll be one of those easy to pronounce names. Because I hate stammering in front of people. I'm a perfectionist. Have you noticed that of me? Anyway, all of you guys, you have to realize, and thank you for Black, you have to realize that even if you're not chose, I love you dearly. And it doesn't mean you're not in my heart, and it doesn't mean that you won't win in the future. I think I ought to start doing these drawings on the spot from now on, and on live stream. I really enjoy this. I'm mixing like tossed salad. Is everybody there still? Everybody still awake? Yes, this is all just very good fun. Yes, not blonde, Sherry says. Probably brunette then, or red haired. Like silver, she says. Yeah, but it was close. Damn. Give a girl a break. Let's see. Oh, Myra, yes. Yes, is your ritual work perfection? Yes. Yes, you are very organized. It's basically like opposite to my ass. Love you too. Alright, guys, we're ready. Yay! Who will it be? And I've got them folded, by the way. I mean, you can see that they're all folded like this. Alright? Alright. Alright. Ready? And I'm not looking. I'm not looking. I'm not looking. And I've got a name. Who wants to know what it is? Y'all don't want to know what this is, do you? I mean, maybe we should wait a week to find out what it is. Huh? Perhaps we should wait a week? What do you think? Nobody wants to say anything. Everybody's too passive here. That don't work. That doesn't work. Me. Who wants it to happen now? Let's see. Where is my air conditioner remote? Am I keeping you guys, driving you crazy or what? Maybe we should wait a week, huh? A week? What do you think? No! Say it! Read it! Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Somebody give me a drum roll. Come on. Whichever way you would tap that shit in there, give me a drum roll. I'm opening it. I'm opening it. Me. Please. You're bad. I know. I'm evil. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Now, Angela Rainey. Not NGS, but Angela Rainey. Angela Rainey. You are the winner, my girl. Angela Rainey. And new to the show, I believe. Absolutely. Angela Rainey. What is the item that you want to choose, my girl? What is the item you want to choose? Angela Rainey. Not NGS, but Angela Rainey. What is the item that you choose? Let us all know what would make you happy. And remember, it can't be my own altar tool. Sorry guys. Sorry. And they're coming out with a drum. Maybe I should do a second drawing. Maybe I should do a second drawing. Y'all wouldn't want that, would you? Y'all wouldn't want a second drawing. The Tree of Life necklace or earrings? Is that what you're asking for, Angela? The Tree of Life earrings? Fun. Ooh, yay, Angie. Be very cautious. There is an NGS and there is an Angela. But I think Angela is asking for the Tree of Life earrings. Is that correct? I need validation on that. Tree of Life. Angela Rainey. Was it the Tree of Life? Yes, okay. The Tree of Life earrings, and I will make note of that. Y'all wouldn't want me to do a second drawing, would you? You wouldn't want that, right? Waiting is mean. I know, and Lady Leeanna is vindictive. Life is a bitch. Okay, nobody would want another drawing, would you? I must have a delay. People were saying congrats before Lady pulled. LOL. I was like, how do they know? They didn't know you were lagging. Okay, so these belong to Angela S. Or Angela, shit. These belong to Angela Rainey. Sorry. But y'all wouldn't want another drawing, would you? Nobody's answering, so I guess not. Nobody is answering. Anyway. Angela Rainey. My Angela Rainey. How I love thee. I'm sending you gifts in the mail. Angela Rainy. How do you spell that? Rainy. Rainy. I would think I know, but I just... R-A-I-N-E-Y. By the way, hang tight to the end of the show so you can find out where, what email. Well, send to leeannatreece@gmail.com. If you don't know that, hang to the end of the show and I'll go into deeper detail about that. Let's do a second drawing. Huh? Huh? A second drawing? Anybody want to be a part of that? And I noticed that there's some new members in there. Anybody that wasn't in here and would like to be added to the drawing, then let me know. And I will tell you that if you won already, your name is being taken out of the pot because you cannot win a second item. So I'm sorry about that, but I love you very much. Okay, so Angela Rainey is out of the equation. Of course, we have new people in here. Don't just say sure. If you're talking about the drawing, saying me. There we go. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. And so we have Harley entering the drawing now. And I'm going to put his name as small as everybody else's. That way, nobody stands out above others. And I'm just going to call it Harley. Harley. And you'll know who you are. You're my Harley. 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 Okay. Is there anybody that was in the other drawing who ain't in here now? Everybody who wants in the drawing, say me. That hasn't been in the drawing already. Let's see. Yes, do a second drawing. Okay, that's Roth Sensor. And he's still in the bowl. If he black says man, still in the bowl. Like Harley. I got it. Mystic Witch is still in the bowl. Anybody else? Because I want to draw out the names that are of people that are not here. Sherry is still here. That's good. I need to know who all is still here and who still wants that drawing. You're backing up, people. Okay. If you're not in the room when I draw this, then you've lost. Mystic Mouse Campbell. I want to see and make sure that you were even in there. Because when I asked people to come back with me, I never saw you. Were you in there, Mystic? Mystic Mouse, that is? Okay, anyway, I'm just going to write it in. And I'm going to call you Mouse because we have another Mystic. Alright? So Mouse will know who Mouse is, I hope. Alright. Alright, everybody else? Is Talon still in here? Is there anybody that's in here that are not there? Squicky, what are you talking about? Better not be saying what you think, what I think you're saying, because I'm a bigger biker than you are. Alright, I'm drawing, and if you're not in the room, then you're out. Okay, so we are drawing again. Drawing and drawing. And I have a name. I know it. I have a name. Maybe we should make this one wait for 1 week. Do you want to wait a week? Alright. I'm not going to look at this one. Somebody else tell me what this says. I'm looking at the back of it. It looks like Mystic Witch. Is it Mystic Witch? Nope. Talon, are you in here? If you're not in here, I'm sorry. Nope. Alright, going once, going twice, going 3 times. Okay, Talon is not in here. Can't see letters. Okay. Anyway, it doesn't matter. This person is not in the room now. So, we get to draw once more. Because that other name did not work out. If you're not in the room, then you will not be included. Alright? I got a name. I got a name. Okay. Drum roll. Oh, shit. Mystic Witch. Mystic Witch. You are the winner in this one. And if you can't see the letters, I will get up closer so that you can. Mystic Witch. You are the winner. Are you still in the room? Is she in the room? Come on, Mystic. Don't be the second one to have bailed and been drawn. Mystic Witch. Oh my God! She was in shock. That's where she was. Hiding behind the flower pots. And oh no, it couldn't have been me. Huh? LOL, you called it before, Lady O. Anyway, congratulations, Mystic Witch. You are the winner of the second drawing. The second and last drawing, of course. So now you've got to tell me what it is that you would like. Okay, so what is it that you would like to acquire from that? That was saying, God, I thought she had taken a powder. She's here, oh my God. We can't draw anymore. Oh my God. You gotta tell me what you want though, Mystic. Out of the things that you saw that is not going directly to my altar and is not my herbs, is not my altar cloth, what is it that you wanted? What jewelry piece? Okay. Anyway, for those who have won, you've got to tell me what it is that you want out of the pot. What has been gone over? There is the Celtic knot bracelet. I'll breeze over them again. There is Thor's hammer, number 1. There is the Egyptian Ankh with hieroglyphs on it. There is the dragon claw with orb. There is the fairy on orb. There is the little Ankh. There is, let's see, the yin-yang symbol. There is, and I just dropped one, the peace sign. There's the peace sign. Seraphina, you're coming in late, girl. You just missed the drawing. And selection. There is Bridgette's Crossing. There's the triple moon with onyx. There is the little triquetra earrings. There's the little triquetra necklace. There is the triple moon. There is the dragon with quartz. There is the spiral goddess pendant. And there's the I Ching coins. That is what you have to choose from. And that is Angela Rainey and Mystic Witch. You have to tell me, okay, the triple moon. Okay, so what I would suggest for the winners is to email me at Where did my writing go? Damn it. I hate it when that happens. Okay, so there. I'm sorry, Talon. It's over with. And you were actually drawn earlier, and because you weren't in the room, I had to give it to somebody else. I'm sorry, baby. We'll have to do it again real soon, and that way you can be a part of it. But let's see, Mystic Witch. Just email me, Mystic Witch, and Angela Rainey. You two email me at this email address, leannatreece@gmail.com. Tell me what it is that you selected as your own. Give me your address and your full name so I'll know who I'm mailing it to. I promise the information stays with me and dies with me. And I will have this out to you as soon as possible, preferably through USPS, because everybody likes to charge an arm and a leg for little shit. It's okay, Seraphine. I'm glad that you're here now. It's good to see you as ever. And better late than never, Talon. Let's see. Anyway, and also, Angela Rainey and Mystic Witch, you also have to tell me if you want me to cleanse and consecrate it, and charge it, and empower it for you, and for what purpose you wanted it empowered. Okay, and I would do that for you, and then wrap it in a little bit of silk, and then I would mail it to you. So let me know, what is your forte, what item it is that you chose, what it is you want me to do with it, if you want me to do anything, where to send it to, and your name, because the postal office has to be able to find you. Okay? And that's it for the drawing today. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed that. I did. It's always nice to be at one with other people and to be able to do stuff like this. Don't mean I'll be able to do it quite a bit, you know, but once every couple of months or something like that, then we might could do that. Maybe once a month, I don't know. Once a month would be good. I think that would be good. You know, and you just have to remember to subscribe if you haven't yet. Friend me on Facebook if you can, if you have a Facebook. If you don't, then it's good to get one, because I stay in touch with people more that way than any other way. And my Facebook account is called Eclectic Spiritualist. Okay? Subscribe to me on this channel, and that's easy enough to find. Let's see. If you can, support me on Patreon. Usually you can find this information underneath all the videos. Support me on Patreon through a pledge, and that's a little monthly income that you could pledge to me. But I prefer that you go through Mystic Shadow Insights and Mystic Shadow Insights at gmail.com when you go through PayPal. You know, and that's a better way. Or go through my website at mysticshadowinsights.com. But support us if you can. And share the videos by all means. Share the videos as much as you can. Give it thumbs up and likes, you know, and help me to promote the channel so that we can keep it flourishing. Otherwise, it could teeter out and sandbag, you know. And I think we have a good thing going here. I love the people that come into the room. I love sharing energy with you guys. And most of the time I walk out of here feeling like I'm on cloud 9. Tipsy and all of that, you know. Mystic Mouse is a cute name, Bulldog. I agree. You know, but, and Moonflower. Amanda Moonflower. That's cute. A lot of cute names in the room. But, you know, anyway, I think I'm going to end the show here and catch a rest. Support us if you can. Be at one with us as much as you can. We have a regular live stream that goes on in the mornings on Sundays at 9:30 a.m. Right now, I think I'm going to move that time though. And we have a regular live stream that goes on Wednesdays at 7:30 in the evening right now. And that time is flexible and prone to being moved also. You know, so stay in with what I'm trying to do here. But it is a new thing, this live streaming. and I'm still trying to find my footing as to what I want to do. I love all of you guys, and I thank you all for being here. You're very sweet. Manda, it was good hearing from you. You've been a lot more talkative and in on things than what you usually are. Sherry, it was good to know that you're back there somewhere. I didn't know about you being in the room. Generally, I'm busy with text. If you ever tried to message before and I didn't notice, I'm sorry. And all the old faces, all the old names in the room, it's always a pleasure being at one with you, and I love talking to you on Facebook. Y'all try to have a good Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. And like I said on my last show, I'm going to do Margarita Wednesday on the show on Wednesday at 7:30 for those of you that are still hanging. Margarita Wednesday at 7:30. Okay? So have your margaritas handy and be ready to watch the show at exactly 7:30 Central Standard Time. By the way, and your time might be different. Okay, but be ready to have a drink in your hand if you don't feel it's too unquaint to have a drink at what some of you 8 in the morning or whatever. You know, the times are different and varied. You know, but happy Friday, everybody. Bye, and love you all. Take care of yourself.